Alright, it's been a while since I had a Nasus game. It's been since December. Anyways, Platinum Nasus. Come on. And I hope you pay attention to the mini-map throughout this game. So, here's the thing. I already did release the when to play Nasus and a bunch of other Nasus type videos. So, I will mostly be commentating on the game and maybe some strategy thing. The other thing is you could just go look up those videos. I don't really need to explain myself a million times. The when to play Nasus pretty much covers when you'd want to play him. But either way, I was first pick, so I just picked Nasus because I was playing off stream, and it'd been a while since I played Nasus. I wanted the power. So, same runes as always. I believe it's attack damage red, attack damage quince, armor yellow, magic resistance blue, scaling 921-0. And as you can see, my bottom lane died. One death for two kills on the enemy team already. The Aatrox is complaining about lag, and he will be, and he's yelling and pinging at all of us throughout the game. Not a really happy thing. As you can see, my team is kind of already behind, and it's going to be like that for a little while. So I go bottom, see if I can kill them. Nope, I don't know if it's warded, but yeah, apparently it isn't, because I'm able to sneak into the Jarvan and steal his white camp and hit him in the face, but I'm just going to walk out. Can't do much right there. So, yes, I picked him first. He's a great first pick, though he really sucks versus champions that can kite his sorry ass. Like, the enemy picked Rumble, which was smart, and I think he thought I was going to be top lane. So, to his surprise, he ended up fighting Aatrox. So either way, he has an advantage versus both. So as you can see, I'm getting pinged a lot, and I go top lane because the Aatrox is pinging, and he kind of just doesn't do anything. So just kind of leave. I take one of his minions as his payment, a little tax. Go to the enemy. The enemy Tristan apparently DC'd, but I didn't pay attention or know. And it seemingly had no real effect aside from delaying her a little bit. She's already got a few kills, so a kill and an assist. Apparently, Aatrox and Tristana are lagging. Nobody else can feel it, and I'm pretty sure the Aatrox was lying. And then the Tristana comes back and kills somebody, and then, so does, what's-his-face, Xerath. Finally, the Aatrox actually engages on the Rumble, and I catch him from behind. And so this is kind of an easy kill. Rumble fights on top of the Spirit Fire and gets himself destroyed, but blasted if you may. So, it's kind of easy just to gank with Nasus. Of course, it was heavily nerfed when he was, obviously nerfed. The range nerf to Wither, especially when he uses his ultimate, really hurt his ganking. He's kind of more like a farmer instead of a ganker now. I mean, he was farm heavy before in the jungle, but now, since his nerf, it's really like just pigeonhole him here. Okay, since we saw Jarvan top, I knew the enemy had their blue still, up. So I knew Xerath was going to be given the blue, and therefore, the second I saw him leave, I knew I would be able to ambush him. So we ambush him and kill him. And then the enemy Jarvan is, like, ridiculously greedy. He burns everything in order to try to kill Gragas. And to be honest, it wouldn't have been worth it, because I'd just be getting bigger and stronger. He would have died. I would have killed him by myself. The enemy blue is up, so I try to steal it, but the enemy team comes in and just kind of scares me off. I just walk away. Bottom lane, they didn't react at all, so we could have actually turned it around, considering, I'm a double buffed monster, or was a double buffed monster of Doom. Once again, the Aatrox dies at top lane, so I have to make my way up top to try to help him. Actually, I go back by Spirit of the Ancient Golem. They get Dragon because I'm predisposed, and Aatrox is dead. I decide right here and then, my team, I cannot trust them to carry. As mean as that may sound, I decided, I need to go, full-on badass Nasus mode. So I'm going to be building Sheen, and I was debating, Sheen into Eternity Force or to Frozen Gauntlet, be a little bit more supportive kind of carry. Fortunately, my decision is kind of solidified because the enemy Rumble decides to get himself killed again. Like, the second Aatrox misses his ability, and Rumble kind of just scatterbrains this. I use Spirit Fire to reveal them. I catch him with Wither, and I pop my ultimate because I want him to die before he kills Aatrox. And with that, there's one dead little Yordle motherfucker. So, he's dead. We get ourselves a tower, and that starts snowballing us. The gold difference is pretty much equal, as you can see. The enemy Xerath is going top lane for some reason, and we easily catch him off guard. I can't do much except hurt him, and then Jarvan comes in for this red buff because he knows you're stealing it, and he pretty much gets beat down. I pop my kills because I need to kill this Jarvan. I need more gold and more kills. I'm going to become the carry for my team. So with that in mind, Gragas gets himself killed. Well, to be honest, there was nothing he could do about it. He was helpful, and that was good. Like, you know, he traded his life for Jarvan, and they're red, and we're kind of putting him in a terrible position, the enemy team, I mean. And now, secure myself the blue. I'm not sharing the blue. I'm getting as big as possible. I buy myself that whatever gray Superman cape thing. I keep forgetting what it's called. Negatron Cloak. There we go. Or no, yeah, Negatron Cloak. So I purchased that in order to deal with the fact that they have pretty much pure magic. Even Tristana has some magic abilities, though she, of course, will be more physical. So go down bottom. She gets away. You know, she just jumps up. I wore their blue because I want to steal it. And no one's pretty much, you know, in the realm of trying to stop me. I go try to see if I can catch bottom lane, but nah. Instead, I go for the blue. An easy steal. You can see my Q is massive. It's close to actually 300 soon. We push down bottom. The enemy team comes. And the Caitlyn just runs off. We could have actually fought this and murdered them. I almost killed the Nami and the Tristana by myself. If the Caitlyn was there shooting at them, we would have gotten 2 kills. Though, it's just the lack of map awareness that is often present in the Platinum games. And this one here. I'm sorry that this is going to sound mean, but my teammates here show some complete lack of intelligence. They keep pushing, they keep trying to fight. The enemy team is low health, I know. But that doesn't mean they can tower dive them and kill them. They burn their flashes and their gap closers, and then Rumble catches them all from behind. Rumble left top lane to go all the way bottom and murder 3 people. This was obviously going to happen because they remained with not perfect health, without summoner spells, at the enemy tower when they couldn't even push it because they had no minions. That was honestly a ridiculously painful lack of judgment there. Here, I take Dragon and I catch Nami, and I'm just kind of screwing around with her. I pop my ghost because I really just want her dead. You know, doggy needs to fish. Caitlyn gets the kill with her ultimate, but I don't mind. A death is a death. We kill her. So, I'm close to getting my Trinity Force, in fact. Here we catch ourselves Xerath, and he gets blown the fuck up. Then we're able to destroy this tower. Of course, with two enemies dead on their side and Rumble being top, this means we can push the second turret as well. So we go for it right now. Remember, Nasus is ridiculously strong at pushing. That Q just massacres towers. So 2 towers, and that pretty much solidifies our gold lead. I leave again because obviously Rumble's going to join the fight, and he kills Zyra. You know, it's a very, like an epidemic in Platinum. My teammates, and just the players in general, in lower Platinum, mid-Platinum, whatever, the cursed account on Maricon, they kind of just don't pay attention to the map. It's not that hard. And I know it sounds like I'm bitching a lot about them, but this game was a lot more painful than it needed to be. It was off stream, so I wasn't really talking or saying anything to anybody. But, like, this happens a lot in games. People wonder why games are thrown. People wonder why, you know, leads are lost or whatever. It's because they don't think about what they're doing. In this case, the Jarvan jumped me. I am a Nasus, a huge Nasus, and he jumped me and got blown the fuck up. They already burned their other ultimates killing Zyra. Nami used her ultimate. Xerath used his ultimate. Why the hell did they keep going? That was just ridiculously poor, you know, judgment. Even if only Jarvan died, I probably wouldn't have died either. I just walk away after his ultimate ended. I was huge. So yeah, it was a huge lack of judgment. In fact, the Zyra's death was a huge lack of judgment. If they paid attention to the minimap, they would have seen Jarvan there and just backed off. They would have seen, oh, maybe a gank is here, I'll probably die. So yeah, one of the biggest things you can do to improve as a player before you get to Platinum is seriously consider, you know, paying attention to the map. Here, once again, the Nami gets overzealous just to ward and pretty much dies the exact same way as before. She gets herself caught, and I run around in circles avoiding her spells, though I get hit by it, and then I murder her. Simple as that. 18-18, equaling kills, but we have the gold lead because we have the towers, and I have a dragon. So here, the Tristana jumps on the Caitlyn, and, you know, I haul ass to destroy her. I throw Spirit Fire, I used my ultimate, I pretty much just broke her in two. Of course, Caitlyn doesn't do me the favor of giving me the kill. We take this tower easily, and the enemy team is distracted at top, so me and Caitlyn are just going to destroy this tower. Sorry for that, that was kind of a stutter. So, Keep that in mind. Right now, I've helped my team solidify our lead. I may only have 3 kills, but the assists and my presence have just been enormous. The Aatrox, in fact, I would say that I saved his lane. Mid lane, I just kind of snowballed his lane, killing Xerath in a few opportune times and being there to kill Jarvan and feeding him a little bit more. And bottom lane, I definitely probably saved their lane. And of course, I was a participant of destroying a lot of towers. So yeah, I know this kind of sounds like I'm jacking myself off, but honestly, if you look at some of the things my team is doing, they're making a lot of mistakes and throwing a lot of the leads they were given. On a lot of the deaths in this game, both in my side and the enemy side, could have been avoided simply by paying attention. And this is actually why I chose this team battle. Because honestly, I have a lot of Nasus games. You know that. I have a lot of Nasus games. I have a lot of Jarvan games. So that sometimes I pick some team battles, not because of their entertainment qualities or whatever, but because of some very, like, something that needs to be understood or taught is, like, amplified throughout the game. And in this one, it's awareness, map awareness. Like, in the first gank for Aatrox, he didn't pay attention to the fact that I was coming to gank for him. So he didn't, assist me. For bottom lane, they didn't pay attention to the Jarvan's positioning many times, and they died for it. The enemy Jarvan was overzealous. The enemy Xerath was out of position. The enemy Nami was very careless. So it's like, wow, it's just a lot of failure all around. And not like in my part in this one, probably the failure was not paying attention to where the hell Caitlyn was going. So I died in that, next to that tower in a 3v2. Here, the enemy team pretty much gets ambushed. They thought we were going to be using Baron, so I just made sure to catch them off guard. We killed 3 of them, and after that, we were able to get ourselves a Baron. The Aatrox is begging us, get us Baron, get us Baron. You know what? I'd rather, if there's a Rumble in the enemy team, you don't do Baron. You make sure he dies before you do Baron. Because holy shit, will Rumble ruin your day when you have that magic resistance debuff from Baron. So, I go home. I buy myself Ninja Tabai and a Last Whisper so I can deal ridiculous amounts of damage on the enemy champions and towers. Look, a good indicator that a game is either very awesome and even is that the kills are spread out. I mean, are pretty much equal and spread out evenly amongst the team. An indicator that a game is poor, though, can also be shown by kills being equal. But in this case, the only reason it's equal is because, like, everybody keeps dying or being out of position. Anyways, here the last team fight happens. Jarvan gets knocked back and being murdered. We jump on Rumble. He gets his ass planted. The enemy Tristana, I guess, decides to not live anymore, so she jumps in trying to kill Gragas, and I destroy her with the cane. And in comes Nami, and she gets blown up the fuck too. So now check out the tower out. This is just how lovely it is. My Q is at 537, which is ridiculously high for jungle Nasus. And towers just crumble, and Nexuses just fall. It's so fun being Nasus. And there, you can see, I may not have the most kills, but it could be argued that I was kind of the biggest reason we won. So hooray for Nasus, and boo or Nectin.